let's do more, because the Embassy of Israel today held the Ghana-Israel Agricultural Technology Breakfast Dialogue for players in the agricultural industry in Ghana. It is part of knowledge sharing between the two countries. Israel is one of the world's leading agricultural producers, relying heavily on technology. Now, Oded Halamit, a special guest from Israel's Center for International Agricultural Development Cooperation, has been leading this knowledge transfer, and he's with me here in the studio. Good to have you, Oded.
Good afternoon.
And you are a major exporter of produce, or let me say fresh produce, and of course we know that 60% of Israel is a desert. That makes it very interesting to hear that you're doing very well in agriculture. How did you achieve this whole thing?
In a sentence, because I know that in TV you have to fit the soundbite. We overcome the problem of bringing water to the desert. And when there is water in the desert, it's no longer desert.
Okay, so you've overcome that problem.
Yeah, it is a huge problem.
We'll talk about that, the water miracle, what many have referred to as the water miracle. But we know that your climate is not the best. And of course, if there's lack of water, you can't talk of anything better with agriculture. But we know that you've defied all odds. You've used technology to get there. Tell us how this whole thing happened.
Like everything in life, everything is here. And in our Holy Land, we have a promise of milk and honey. And we just added the agricultural technology. And we produce more milk and more honey. And we started to give little technical solution with a lot of ingenuity, with a lot of innovation, slowly. And we are now, after 70, 80 years of pushing technology very hard in order to enhance productivity per meter square, per meter cubic of water, or per man. And we are investing a lot in development of application in agriculture in order to enhance everything, from the genetic, through the best practices, to post-harvest and to processing.
Okay, so specifically, which areas of technology have you really championed that has made you the leading producer of Agric produce?
We are very good in irrigating. Irrigation is the key factor in combating the climate change, because now and water is the most important ingredient to life, to agriculture.
Definitely.
Without water, you cannot make any agriculture.
Exactly.
So we master the handling, the water management. We handle and we master the producing of potable or enough potable water per our agriculture.
Okay.
By desalinating from the sea and from treating sewage. We are championing treating sewage in order to take this water, the treated water, to irrigate our crops. So after having a lot of water, or enough water, we started to introduce all the genetics and all the technology and software and everything in order to give more muscle to our limited mean in agriculture.
Okay, so that tells a very good story, and that tells the uniqueness, because I've heard a lot of people say Israel is unique when it comes to how they have managed their Agric sector. So this story tells it better. But in Ghana, for instance, we've experienced a declining Agric sector for some time now, all due to, for instance, climate change, also due to pest invasion, and also, above all, lack of innovative and adequate technologies to improve the Agric sector. How can Ghana benefit from this technology, Israel's technology, to tell a better story in our Agric sector?
Today, now I am 26 hours in Ghana.
Okay.
And I'm very impressed by the smile of the people, but the dynamic atmosphere of the people. I saw today your agriculture minister He had answer, he had the leadership, and I'm sure I saw a lot of leader in the big room that we've held this convention, and I'm sure that those leaders will come to Israel, will choose few among thousands of technology, choose few, and there is a long way to implement them. Okay. But with the help of Israeli technology, and we know that Israeli technicians are very adaptable, and they would like to help the state of Ghana. And I'm sure that if they will take more responsibility in seeing those new technology, the agricultural sector, in the sector that the Ghanaian will decide, will have a boost in order to make the change. Okay. And the change is technological.
So briefly tell us, what new technologies would you recommend for Ghana looking at our environment so we can boost our agric?
I will start with the vegetables, which we call them high-value crops. I will introduce high-quality seeds with very good genetic. I will make longer the shelf life of. I will promote better conditions on the market. I will make longer the value chain of these vegetables. I will introduce modern nursery of vegetables, and with all this plastic culture and drip irrigation, I think that this specific sector can really have the boost that he had in the 70s in the Israeli market under the same condition, with the same means, not under the same conditions.
Okay, but what we would have to, in doing all of this, you need to put down some long-term goals or short, medium-term goals. Looking at our, you said you've been 26 hours in Ghana, and I'm sure you've learned a lot about Ghana's agric system. What short to medium-term measures would you think, if we put in place, kind of help encourage these new technologies you're talking about?
I'm not expert of Ghana's agriculture, and I saw people, a lot of experts. I think that the stakeholder should decide what should be the cornerstone and the milestone of a project that they would like to start. It is not my position, and because of lack of knowledge. I see Ghana such a flourishing country in the middle of a lot of problems, exactly like Israel. I do believe that the Ghanaian people, with their own leadership, can pick up in the supermarket that we are offering them in 8th of May in Israel, and I'm sure this is the continuation of a wonderful friendship.
All right, many thanks to you, Mr. Halamit, Oded Halamit, and he's a manager of a school that trains trainers and Israeli cooperation on agric issues. Many thanks. It's been extremely grateful having you here in the studio. So a lot more on agric and how to develop agric